Good morning. Good morning. So I'm just looking at some. Oh. Hey, Tom. Good morning. I'm assuming you're at work. Looking at a stack of boxes I have at my paint booth. I think I'm going to do something with them. You're walking to work. So you are not at work. Those. That is going here for the moment. And this. I want a new job. I hear you. How's it looking out there, Tom? How's it looking out there for you? We may work on some figures. Yesterday was my manager's last day in the office. Oh, really? Hey, Tom, did they retire? Did they just decide I've had enough? Found another job? I think I gotta go get some more of these jars. Hey, Edwin. Good evening, my friend. How are you? Just doing a little bit of cleanup this morning. Let's get rid of some of these boxes that I no longer need here. The two we basically found a better job. Yeah. Now, Tom, if memory serves, I mean, I've known you long enough now. You're in a position now, but you were in another job 4 years ago. Hey, Ken. Good morning. What's going on, brother? What is happening in Ken's world? Well, that is super good. Super good. Are they hiring where he found a job that is super good? And first of all, just to be clear, I want that job. Yeah, I bet. Let's be clear on a couple things, right? Grass is always greener elsewhere. I was listening to a report last night about a family from Texas that moved to Russia because they thought that America was kind of like not a good place to be anymore for whatever crazy political reasons they believe, and they're finding it's quite the opposite now. So grass is always greener elsewhere. Well, I did that comp before he started. Hello. Everybody's saying hello. I love when people say hello. Okay. They're very selective, and people are there 20. Well, yeah. We had a meeting yesterday with, let's looking at this. I did use some of this. I'm going to start going through some of the photo watch stuff that I've got gathering here. I'm going through the box of stuff from the GB. I'm going to save everything. Sorry, guys. Hey, Joe, good morning. It's a law firm, too. That could be good. That could be less good. He only has to go in 2 times a week and cannot go in for weeks too. I'm assuming that means he has the ability to be away, and meaning that he can work remotely. He's super smart, though. Yeah, I hate people like that. So we met with a transition team yesterday, which was a rather, I'm not going to go into the details on it much, but it was a rather interesting meeting, shall we say. Just rather interesting. All right. I will save that as part of the instructions because I did use this master model MG08. That'll get saved just for documentation purposes. Yeah, you can work fully remote at times, transitioning. So the questions that came up afterward, when we had this 45-minute meeting was, what does it all mean? We still don't know. Are we transitioning to the guy who was looking to buy it before? Are we transitioning to somebody else? Are we transitioning to the company who's doing the transitioning? No idea. So he sold the company. He's selling the company. I think that's the one thing I think everyone agrees that he needs to move on. But what does all that mean for us and for him? We have zero clue at the moment. I think they said by the end of August, we'll have a clearer idea of where things stand, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We'll see. A couple of the experiments. I'm debating saving those. Those are kind of fun things to remember things by. A little itty bitty runner. The masks. Them, I might say, if for some crazy reason I get another one of these GBs, I don't ever expect that to be the case, but you never know, right? Yeah. Yeah, the concept of unknown sucks, like I said, I'm not expecting. Ultimately, everyone has a stake in this, right? What the hell? These are clear. These must have been clear from the photo etch. Let's get rid of those. Don't need those. Hey, Nick. Good morning. These are. I'm going to assume those are wires for a tank. Question is, which tank? They're ropes. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't even read the hell. Okay, Vespid models. Okay. So this must be one of the tanks I was working on. What's going on, Nick? How are you? So, yeah, transitions are hard. And Tom, look, I get it. Hey, party people. Hey, what's going on, Mason? Good morning. Glad to have you back on. Especially when, I'm not going to belabor it too much, but I think it's actually kind of both amusing and daunting at the same time. The guy who is selling the company, the owner of our company, he's a moron. I mean, he's a business moron, which is why he hired a transition company. It's one of the smart things he's done. The question is, what information has he given them in terms of, how to transition the company? And I am not confident that these guys know what they're getting into. But we'll see. I'm alive. So that a bonus. That is a bonus. Yes, indeed. That is a bonus. All right. We're going to start taking pieces and parts out of here and putting them in my pieces and parts bin. I'm finally getting rid of the GB box. I don't think we need it anymore. That model is now officially done. So he finally sold. He is selling. The question is to whom? Don't know. The meeting we had yesterday was vague. So honestly, don't know. All sorts of fun little greebly bits in here. I'm not sure what messages have been conveyed to those who to the transition team. Don't know. We'll be meeting with them in the next few weeks, and we'll know a little bit more then. He's selling? Good. Yes. It is going to be good. The question is how, why? You were sold the Best Buy. Yeah. So here's an interesting scenario. That likely will not happen. First of all, why do they need a little dinky company like ours? We don't bring anything to the table. Not to a conglomerate like that. One of our competitors, probably the largest integrator in the in the greater Boston area, certainly in northern New England, about 5 years ago, sold to an organization, one of the companies that works underneath it, Guitar Center. So they sold to Guitar Center. And that has been a disaster. In fact, I think Guitar Center is starting to ramp it down. Now, they bought 3 or 4 companies nationally, and I believe all of it has faltered. I don't know that you can do in high level customization work at a national level. I don't think you can amortize across multiple companies. You'd be surprised. Oh, yeah, I think it's possible. Anything is possible, Tom. Anything is possible. Not likely. So anyway, so like I said, I'm just cleaning out parts. Gonna put all this stuff into the spare parts bin. You never know when you might need like a propeller. Not even for a model per se, or not necessarily even for a plane. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hey, Peter. Good morning. Best Buy bought a friend worked at before. They were only covering the Northeast too. Yeah. Yeah, they used to. Well, that's how Geek Squad came about, if I'm correct. And if anybody remembers Circuit City did that too with Fire Dog or whatever they were called. And we see where that went. Not so good. Hey, Peter. I was actually thinking about you, both you and Ken last night, Peter. I was on good morning. I was oh God. I don't know what sparked it. Oh, okay. Little bit of a story. So last night we were making chana masala. I was making dinner for the family, and I'm getting out the rice cooker, and I'm getting ready to cook up some jasmine rice. And every time I pull out my rice maker, this is the way after Geek Squad, and they handled business systems. Yeah, and it's not worked well. Not at the high level. It can't. Best Buy does not have the ability to work at that level. China masala, or otherwise known as chana masala, CHANNA, chana masala. So we were making some of that, and I'm making rice. And every time I make rice, If anybody knows the movie by Seijun Suzuki, uh, Branded to Kill, 1966, 67, I believe. It's one of the Nikatsu noir films. It's a Japanese gangster film from the mid 60s that stars Joe Shishido, the guy who literally had cheek implants in order to change the way he looked, and it made him like an overnight sensation. Anyway, so the story is that he is an assassin and he has a rice fetish. So he's literally like quite a few times throughout the movie, he's sitting there in front of the cooking rice and he's sniffing it. So why was I thinking about both Peter and Ken? One, because the movie is playing on Criterion, Ken. And secondly, it got me to thinking I might actually end up doing, a couple of see if I can get myself getting back into watching movies again and doing uh, uh, sort of double features. So watching Seijun Suzuki's Branded to Kill and Jean-Luc Godard's Breathless would be like a good combination. That was chicken masala. What's chana masala? Chana masala. Heard UHF was pretty good. Yeah, it's something like that. Next, chana masala. Yes, it's chickpeas. It's spiced chickpeas, which is it's a family favorite. We love that stuff. So I was thinking about doing that. Then I was also thinking about doing something like Wages of Fear and like what we were talking about with Sorcerer, and then coming up with other kind of like double headers like that. So who knows? That might end up happening. That may end up happening. Just thinking about my boys last night while I watched the trailer for that. We should watch movies on here on Thursday night with commentary on politics. Oh God, I don't know that would go very well. First of all, I think if anything kind of got hurt, that would be interesting. We'd probably get shut down. Which movie are we talking about? I haven't seen anything good in a while. Yeah. It kind of got me to thinking. I will likely end up seeing, like, I think yesterday Mason was talking about the Superman film. When it comes onto HBO Max, I will likely watch it in my theater down here. But as interesting as that is, I'd be much more excited to do like a doubleheader of Breathless and Branded to Kill. That to me speaks a lot more about the kind of stuff that I'm into. So anyway, Peter, a couple of options for you. And then of course, Wages of Fear and Sorcerer are kind of like I'm not sure I'd recommend the new Wages of Fear movie. You and your fancy home theater. It's been 30 years in the making, and I consider myself a very lucky person because it is one of the things that I've wanted. So I'm very happy and very fortunate to have one. I'm not lording it over people. Like I said, I just say it's like I'm just very fortunate to be able to have a home theater. A fancy home theater. It's mostly fancy. It's not 100% fancy, but it does me well. I'm happy with it. I'm just emptying out all the nubs and stuff that I've collected inside of this box. There we go. Putting it into the basil pesto container of nubs and scraps and other plastic bitty bits. Trash that. So put away some water slides. I got to tell you, those water slides will end up on something at some point. I love the dice. It's funny how much I just didn't need to use any of these. Water slide drawer. Ooh. Can't remember what these are for, but more water slides. You have to do a 7-Eleven build. Well, I might. It's possible. It is possible. It's got to figure out what the 7 and what the 11 would be. Don't know yet. All right. We are almost done. Take the box. I'm hoping one day Mike will finish off his. It'll be nice to see his as well. Okay, all of that goes in here. That does not. I'm going to put that with the Flyhawk tank. All right, that is done. I've cleared off an area here, which I'm happy about. It means I now have a place I can temporarily leave. The T3485. I flew mine not that long ago. Nice. You fly an RC plane? Ray, I'm shocked, I tell you. A couple of Zakus. Okay. Now all these shitty parts from that. The parts that I did not use, that I want to save. It goes there. 7 guys. I know I haven't taken any photos of the finished bat plane yet, Joe, but I will do that soon. I think about every time I walk by that plane, it's like I got to take photos, put them on Blue Sky for Joe. Was the Grebes done? Was the Grebes? What's the Grebes? The big difference between the GB and the GB. These were known for staying alive. Yeah, exactly. Well put. All right. Find a home for photo etch, extra photo etch shit. All the GB photo etch that I did not use. Okay. So yesterday, we did that. I'm now going to remove this. Doing a lot of squinting. You need more glasses. Oh, I squint all the time. I'm going to take this off. And we are going to try something a little different. And now for something maybe not completely different, mildly different. Let's see if this goes all the way through. It does. So we're going to do, this may end up working a little bit more easily. Was the GB done? Oh, yeah. That's what the bat plane was. It's pining for the fields. It's pointing. Yeah, the GB was the bat plane. That was the foundation for that model. All right. Yeah. Might be able to do something like that. So this just took a lot less effort. Now I just have to do only one side to attach, get a piece of wire. I'll do an entire piece of wire through this thing. And then on this side, just bring it through. Yeah, I think that'll work better. Which means I now also have to find one of these 1.9s. I think I'm getting close. I'll exhaust the majority of one of these two coils. I might get another one. I'm hoping to place an order for some springs and other parts soon. Rocky the Squirrel. Now, here is something I hope you really like. Yeah, exactly. I have to go. Need to work on a mobile painting station. Sounds good, Edwin. Have a lovely evening, my friend. Enjoy. I got the hover racer primed on Sunday. Woohoo! I need to describe some panel lines and a few small details, and then I can finally think about paint. Now, Peter, think about applying paint or think about what paint you're going to use. Both. We got the base color, but don't know if there's going to be any stripes, graphics, or accent colors. Got it. Cool. So it's likely that we will see it either for the August or September Patriot meeting, and probably for PatCon. Probably. I have 5 shades of blue in front for one part of a mini. Nice, as it should be, Joe. 5 shades of blue. So over the weekend, been trying to get a couple things done with Patriot. We're we got a shirt design done. We're ready to begin placing orders for shirts soon. By our next meeting, which is like a week and a half. PatCon for sure, most likely a Friday meetup. Nice. I'm very excited about that. We'll finally have, if anybody who wants one, we'll finally have a shirt that has our current logo. I'm using it as one of the main examples in my talk. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got to reach out to Tom too. Shit. I will make an announcement about that. I got to do a follow-up email. Give me 1 second here. Pip, Bill, Spencer. All right, just get that started. Patriot, PatCon. Follow up. PatCon items continued. Sorry, guys. If I don't do sometimes something like that, I completely forget what I'm doing. Nice. Yeah, I'm very excited that we'll have Peter doing a presentation. In theory, Tom Warchel will be doing an Airbrush 101 session as well. So, Peter, one thing I might ask is if you could do me a favor and just get me a small class, whatever you want to call the class, and maybe like a little brief write-up. I'll also need a little history. I know I'm tasking. Good morning, Mike. What's going on, brother? Yeah, PatCon shirts. So we are offering polo shirts to our members at a discounted rate because we haven't done shirts in years. Or the morning show. Oh, God, no, not the morning show. Here now. Though the other thing, Mason, hey, Mike, the other thing I did work on was, and I'll toss this out, I'm kind of thinking that this crew here will probably go for it. I'm thinking we might end up offering a slap for, a sticker, for PACON. Nothing complex this year round. I just kind of like, you know what? We've talked about it. Maybe, hand out, one to anybody who participates in the show. Maybe order something like 500 or 600 of these things. How about regular rates? How about regular rates for what? A polo shirt? Yeah, I don't even know what those are right now. I'll have to find out. All I know is we're charging our members a reduced rate, and the club will be paying the difference. So I'm thinking about doing like I said, everyone loves stickers. Everyone loves stickers. I agree. So literally, it'll be our logo, the Patriot logo with PatCon 2025. Nothing overly complex this year. I'm not looking to belabor it. It's just like I'd like to get a little something, and then just kind of do like the handout. Everybody gets one as a participant at the show. Tank on the sticker, a green one. I'm sorry, Donna Tank. I'm not sure I understand what that is. Are you saying put a sticker on a tank, a green one? I know Kai would love a sticker. Well, of course. Yeah, I think it would be a good thing. Also, something for the kids make and take. Giving the kids out a sticker too. Look, it's let's be honest. From a marketing perspective, a sticker's great. It's advertising. Do a tank on the sticker. Maybe next year. Maybe. Maybe next year I'll actually talk to somebody about doing a graphic rather than this year just kind of getting something done. We'll see. Okay. Man. And that ends with J. Day 3. If I can think of one MSA, I'll let you know. How's that? Small incendiary devices for the kids. Nice. Hey, kid. You built nice job. Congratulations. That little Pokemon kit came out great. Here, we're handing out a sticker and a hand grenade. I guess that does end in it, doesn't it? It's a proper name, but I guess it does. All right. Let's cut some of this. A word, not a name. Everyone gets an error comment. Everyone gets a specialized error comment. So one of the club members said, I think we can reach out to Mason. Maybe you recall. Nice shirt, by the way. Of course. Flashbang party favors. Exactly. Not a good plan. Not a good plan with old people. A few of those things start going off and watch the old guys start having heart attacks. I think somebody suggested, we could reach out to one of our vendor suppliers. I can't remember if it's Polar Lights or Aurora or somebody. It's like, they offer kits at a reduced rate for kids make and take. I'm like, something tells me, I might be wrong, but having to glue together a plane isn't going to be something we want to do. Whereas, I've already reached out to Mecha Warehouse, and I've got a list of some models that they're working on. I got to get back to Nick on that. But you know, we're gonna be doing a lot more Pokemon this year than Gundam. I might just do a few more Gundam kits in there, but yeah, make sure there are veterans PTSD exactly. Yeah, it has some Snap Kit. Was it a Snap Kit company? Yeah, I'm not sure. But I didn't think it was Snap Kit. I could be wrong. Okay, let's cut. Go a little long. There we go. Okay. Have you ever been to any wars? No. No. Have a deglue the finger station. Exactly. But it was cars and planes that doesn't draw kids. Yeah. Yeah. You know, the age group we're trying to get kids into is the age group that, you know, literally, if anybody's seen any of these entry grade models, they're fabulous. Dude, it's like I'm looking at this thing. It's like, where the hell is the contact point between the sprue and the part? It's almost non-existent. Toon tanks. Yeah, Toon tank would be much better, except that I think Toon tanks are all glued together. I could be wrong. I haven't built one, so I can't really say. I've just snapped up her first Pokemon ever, or first Pokemon. I'm sorry, Eevee. Even I know what it. Actually, do I know what an Eevee is? No, but I know that it is one of the characters. It was a professional pilot that suggested it too. I know. Shocking. Mangtoon tanks are Snap. Are they really? Ooh, maybe I'll take a look at that. The World Toon Tank kits are Snap Up. Okay, so the World War Toon Tanks. Okay, that's good. So there are some options out there. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get those without going either online. Okay, we have to real quickly. And yes, this is not obviously it's a little too round, but we got the general feel of this thing. So what I'll do is start cutting it back, cutting it back, cutting it back. Glue sniffing station for the kids. Exactly. Ooh, that'd be good. I say. Let's see. World Domains. On second thought, I might be wrong. Okay. Have a men's panther. It's mostly Snap. I don't know. I have a men's panther. Sounds like a personal problem there, Tom. I made the pink one for my wife. Nice. To go to war. What kind of soldier would you want to be? Like a tank driver, pilot, sniper, something like that. One very far back, because I'm not a big fan of being anywhere. No. Yeah. This is an interesting thing because given that I like building planes and tanks and everything like that, I must say. I like the aesthetics of what we do. I don't like their functionality, and I'm not really a big guy on war. So, what do I think about being anywhere in war? Far away. How's that? Yeah, kind of expensive though. Yeah. Man, yeah. I can take a look to see if AliExpress has a bunch of them. That might be an option. And then maybe order like a shit ton of them that way. But just need to find out if the Meng ones are glued together or if they're snapped together. He said 60% of the time it works 100%. Nice. It might be expensive due to from stupid tariffs on China. Yeah. Okay. Off to work later, fellas. Mike, have a good day, brother. Ooh, I got to get going here in a minute, too. George will be in the gear taking gunpowder out of the shells. That sounds like me, Joe. Yeah. Just empty these things. Empty these things. Come on. Get rid of these things. Fizz, it's a happy surprise that you popped up on my YouTube. I was glad seeing you again. Fizz, always good to see you too, brother. Welcome. How are you? Got only a couple more minutes left, and then I'm going to get bailing here. Anyway, I'm going to work on this tomorrow, getting all of that reshaped. But I like the way that's coming out. And actually, it was a lot easier than doing the 2 halves method. Let's put away some of these springs. So like a military engineer, like a military take it all apart kind of guy. Yes. I have the manga. It's mostly snap till still needs glue. Yeah, that's the one thing I want to avoid. We don't want to do anything. First of all, let's. I want to just. This is not because George is like this big Bandai guy. You know, it's that if you're handing a kid a model, you know, if you don't have to use tools, no nippers, we don't need anything like that. The kid can literally start taking that entire model apart, and within 45 minutes, get that thing fully put together with no tools, no glue, any of that stuff. That's a win in my book. This tiny non-child friendly parts. Yeah, stuff like that. This confirmed the Meng tanks are snapped together. Are they? Ooh, I may have to. I'm gonna go take a look to see if I have one, and if I do, I may actually start assembling that. Joe, Tom. Interesting. Yeah. I'm not a, just so you know, I'm not a war guy. Now, do I believe that, you know, sometimes we have to fight fights? Yes. Do I think that that is the first place we should go, like many of those in power? No. You know? But anyway. Okay, there we go. I got to tell you, Haikyuu makes absolutely fabulous aftermarket parts, aftermarket water slides. Just gonna say. Okay. With that, gotta get rolling here, my friends. You've got the Cure Series Corsair too. I know I do. I do have that as well. That little egg plane. Are the egg planes snap together? I'm gonna have to pull those out. I don't know. That's a good question. There's more of a Picard than Kirk. Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Good analogy, Joe. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, eggplanes need glue. I think it depends on the manufacturer because Hasegawa ones, yes. Meng ones, or the one I can't remember what vendor it was. I think it was oh shit. Tiger. I think they may not be. Guys, I gotta get rolling here. Go see my daughter off to work. Stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. Good conversations all around. First of all, I appreciate everybody kind of letting me bend their ear about the work stuff. That was kind of interesting. Appreciate it. I wish your streams were much more. 1 hour is low key, and I know when I retire, they'll get longer. We got a few years. Have a good one, everybody. Mason later, less angry than Cisco. Yes, yeah, that's a conversation for another day, Joe. Oh yeah. Laters. Guys, go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It's a crazy, effed up world, and it is getting worse by the day. Given what's going on, go out there and make it better at the local level. Put a smile on somebody's face. Help them out. Treat them with respect. Don't vilify. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. Enjoy the evening, guys, the day, guys. Love you all, and I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.